to what we love. Risk the follow, we have felt it all come crashing down from far above. Stars are rising, countless worlds colliding, only one will take it all. Can we bring to fall the giants? Can we make the final call? We are the ones to ignite the darkened skies, the champions of a world that we defy. A soul ray of the few who rise up high, and we all fight at the last light. Hearing voices from afar, join the madness when the curtain falls. Risk it all, hold nothing back. Seize the day, we must attack. Stars are rising, countless worlds colliding, only one will take it all. Can we bring to fall the giants? Can we make the final call? We are the ones to ignite the darkened skies, the champions of a world that we defy. A soul ray of the few who rise up high, and we all fight at the last light. Can we bring to fall the giants? Can we bring to fall the giants? Can we bring to fall the giants? Can we bring to fall the giants?
And we are ready to go tonight here in the Blue Otter Diamond League in the final week in the biggest matchup that we have for you between Arcbolt Surge and High Alert Minions. Hi, I'm Isaac. Joining me tonight for this cast will be Feedonomics.
Hello, they let me back in. I don't know why. Pop-Tart keeps leaving the back door unlocked. Here to have fun. I also need a link to the draft.
Okay, well, we'll go through it right now. A few important things to note is that Zahin is enabled for this week of Blue Otter Diamond League and for the rest of playoffs. So we see it immediately banned away by Arcbolt Surge, not wanting to give that into the hands of High Alert Minions, probably not so comfortable with it themselves, and also taking away the Akali and the Mel, making sure Dream to Me doesn't get the champions that he wants.
Yeah, and I mean, just the three champions that Arcbolt has banned are champions that no one ever wants to see in their League of Legends lobby on the other team. Let's be perfectly honest here.
Yeah, definitely some of the champions that have gained a lot of notoriety. In the case of Zahin, ever since being released a few weeks ago. On the side of Arcbolt, Surge going to be heavily targeting the jungle with Vi, Jarvan, and Mpesa all taken down. Also, Mpesa being a little bit of a triple flex for Arcbolt Surge, as they have played it in mid lane for Humor as well. So not going to give them that flexibility. Ari going to be the first lock in for Arcbolt Surge, but Wukong, he's been one of the premier junglers all year. It's open in game one. I guess you got to go for it if you're High Alert Minions, if Arcbolt don't want to take it for themselves.
Yeah, I mean, just with his strong, like you were saying, I mean, he's been a contested jungler, like, basically the whole time that he's kind of gained popularity, so it does make sense in this kind of scenario just to lock him in, like, keep him out of the hands of the other people while you've got the pool, now 4 junglers down at this point.
Yeah, and it's one of the last remaining ultra meta ones, and also in the case of Less Force, he jokes that it's always a Sejuani angle, and considering they decided to leave Trundle open, which is like the only non-Sejuani angle, it's his second go-to champion as well. A little bit of extra comfort there. One that is pretty important for High Alert Minions to be able to say, because I haven't talked about why this match is the biggest one of the week, because Arcbolt Surge are on the outside of playoffs looking in. They need to 2-0 here over High Alert Minions to be able to get into that final playoff spot, which High Alert Minions hold for themselves currently in 4th place. So High Alert Minions, they just take one, they'll be safe and through to next week.
So this is really a best of 1 series for them.
Yeah, for High Alert Minions, you could put it that way.
High Alert Minions is trying to win one best of 1 series 3 times in a row.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you would say twice, because if Arcbolt Surge does 2-0, then you don't go to a game 3. But yeah. But anyway, point is that High Alert Minions are they have to win the one. Arcbolt Surge backs up against the wall. Hey, I got a 2-0 here. They got to make it as clean as possible. And it's going to be a little bit tough as well, considering 2 weeks ago, High Alert Minions did 2-0 over XG Only Frogs, one of our top teams here in Blue Otter League Diamond. Hopefully, they are on a bit of an upswing after starting off on a little bit of shaky terms. They've really come back in a big way. But going through to the second round of bans now, 2 enchanters taken off the board with Lulu and Karma no longer available to us.
We just have to assume that other champion that's going to get banned out here is going to be the Nico on the side of Arcbolt, right? After the hover.
Surely. Right.
I mean, I was like, I don't know if I show Nico. I mean, that could be an extra strategic play, right? Hover champion you want them to pick that's still technically pretty strong.
True. I mean, it is also one that Memer Sticks does like to play a lot. I'm a little bit surprised that really wasn't the go-to, because Cuddle Bear typically has like a little bit of a hierarchy of champions, Caitlyn being the one he's played the most, and then Yunara kind of fitting into the second pick. Obviously went for the Yunara this time around, but a lot of the times that they've gone for this Caitlyn pick. Obviously, when Karma's available, that's a bit of a classic one. Instead, going to Now lock in Alistar as well to pair alongside the Yunara, getting some little bit of extra tankiness and engage from high alert minions. Me feeling quite alright. Also a bit of peel as well. You just use that headbutt as a bit of a knockaway to create space for your ADC.
I mean, that's going to be super helpful whenever a Jax is trying to stun your Yunara on the backline, right? Ooh.
Yep.
How do we like this bot lane matchup?
I mean, Braum obviously typically does pretty well into any sort of engage supports with the, being able to just throw up the unbreakable whenever. And Sivir, after a few levels, obviously is able to start to push out the lane a little bit more. Personally, I would rather be playing the Arcbolt Surge's bot lane, just personally, after a few levels. But, if you talk about proficiency on said champions in general, because obviously these are being piloted by the players behind them, Cuddle Bear on Yunara is definitely maybe not the premier pick for him, but still certainly one that's up there and that I would never really mind seeing.
So it's funny that you say that. Like, whenever Yunara basically only has a passive once she gets levels and items, right? She really only gets a passive once she gets items. But I don't know. I'm gonna be contrarian.
No, that's all right. No, it's allowed.
I like Avatar states. I'm not gonna lie. I think that there might be a situation on where Arcbolt's bot lane is worried about their cabbages.
All right. Oh, anyway, while that was going down, Gragas was a blind pick for Arcbolt Surge, offering a little bit of flexibility. Obviously, I'm guessing high alert minions probably are thinking that might be top lane, if I remember my top lane's matchups correctly. To be fair, I don't play top lane all that much, so this is definitely my weaker spot. But they do lock in the Aatrox in response. I have a feeling that they'll probably head towards... Wait, no, I got my teams mixed up backwards the other way around. We're not talking about... Never mind. In terms of... that happens sometimes. You're looking at your notes and then you don't line up the teams correctly and say, oh, well, I've seen one example of Jack's jungle with them, but... Anyway... Point still remains. There is a decent amount of flexibility for Arcbolt Surge to go through here. They can opt to either put the Gragas or the Jax up into that Aatrox matchup, which is almost certainly going to be that way. And so we'll have to wait and see what that choice will be for Arcbolt Surge.
Yeah, I want to say that it's going to be a Gragas. I think Gragas can sort of weather the Aatrox a little bit better. Yeah.
We're getting updates that it is in fact the Gragas, which at least confirmed my first suspicion, even if it was on false information. But yeah, no, go ahead.
No, yeah, I just think from Gragas' sustainability, to be able to just get cheeky regen off of his passive. Not to mention, I don't really know about the clear in comparison, but I assume Jax would just be faster because, he attacks faster by nature.
Yeah.
So, it seems better for me. I think the ganks sort of line up a little bit better for Jax, being able to jump in, as opposed to the Gragas' ganks into the lanes that they have.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll have to see. You said Arcbolt has to win 2 to stay in.
Yeah, and so with that, I believe we're going to send it to a spectator delay, so we will be back in a few short moments. Arcbolt Surge are in a situation where they do have to win 2-0 here, just to clarify if you are tuning in, which we will see in a few moments, so don't go anywhere. we have loaded onto the Rift for the first time tonight here for this matchup between Arcbolt, Surge, and High Alert Minions. And straight away, Arcbolt, Surge going on a little bit of an adventure to try to get some vision down, try to find out some of the High Alert members. Instead, they don't actually drop any vision into that bottom half red side jungle, which then opens up the opportunity for High Alert Minions to slowly win the first battle of the Vision War.
I mean, game's over. Pack it up.
Yeah, you know, High Alert Minions qualified for playoffs. Congratulations to them.
Congratulations, game's over. Like, that gold's gonna go a long way. The Vision.
No. It's okay. Oh, wait, no. What's even worse is that because of the invade, God's Glory wasn't able to do the fishing mini game as Jax. He doesn't get the 1 gold. It is actually over. Oh no.
Double.
Yeah,
rip,
yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you, League of Legends is a wicked mistress like that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at the very least, Dream to Me could maybe try to bring that back with a. Wait, hold on, wrong. You know what? I saw first strike, and I was like, you know, that's extra gold, but that's also High Alert Minions who have it, so it's even more over than before.
Yeah. I mean, look, I have just piping hot commentary. Like, I have the stats that matter.
Including let's hear some of the important details that we all need to know as an audience for this matchup, Feedonomics.
You know, landing your E as Gragas is good.
That is the insightful commentary we're here for on the Blue Under Diamond stream.
You really look, see, it helped.
He
you
hit
also
it.
want to dodge the Q that Aatrox is throwing out every like 2.5 seconds.
Yeah, especially the little funny spots where it does more damage in CC, which he finds now with the Q3 landing an auto attack, vacant tech with the first blood. So Feedonomics has got the tech. In fact, perhaps it would be the vacant tech down on lock as he takes first blood.
Memer's looking for the combo. He wants it so bad.
He's honestly kind of a little bit far back. Can't quite go in from there. Might be a little bit difficult. You can see it in his cow onesie, the top of it.
I got a fever, and the only prescription is more cowbell.
That is, I mean, the prescription should always be more cowbell, just generally. There's never enough cowbell to go around. Frankly, the cowbell shortage is going to be more detrimental than any other what is the word, like goods shortage that we've ever had. But you know, maybe not exactly the wisest time to go in right now as junglers have finished up around their first clears. God's Glory going to be able to trade back the Scuttlecrab on the top half of the map. So relatively even, all things considered, other than the first blood that went down earlier.
Yeah, I mean, well, I don't know. I mean, High Alert doing a really good job at keeping some poke onto that bottom lane.
Memer60 finally found the time to go in. Will eventually get the stun down onto Cluey Chungus. But this is the issue with going into Braum. Cluey Chungus will finally land the stun down on Scuttlebear, but the damage coming back down onto the Braum is enough as Scuttlebear gets the lethal damage to the headbutt away from Memer6. Perhaps a little bit unnecessary, even saving Balmer, but at the very least, High Alert Minions get the kill in the 2v2.
Get down, Mr. President, is what that headbutt was all about. You know, obviously Cuddlebear felt safe after the popping the heal because the ignite was already spent. So now something to keep an eye on in the bot lane with no summoners.
I mean, you talked about seeing the headbutt pulverize in his eyes. The first proc of it will be spell shielded away. It'll be traded back, but it is still advantage to the side of High Alert Minions as they claim the feats of warfare, and that wave is under tower. Balm is going to be missing out quite a bit of experience.
Yeah, that was a really good play on Memer6's part to land the stun onto Braum to stop them from being able to advance on Cuddlebear in that as well, from the E.
Yeah, the little extra empowered auto attack that you get from stacking it up. In fact, would have. I mean, if there's not necessarily any sort of guarantee that Cuddle Bear would have gone down, but it definitely buys that extra peace of mind for the ADC of high alert minions. As things have gone, high alert feeling really good about the state of things. But talking about headbutt, pulverized, less force may have fallen a little bit too far. Counter Strike won't quite find the stun, but it does get the flash out of less force.
Yeah, you're probably right there. I don't think Cuddle Bear would have died in that situation. They would have had to have wasted summoner spells, though.
What is important, though, is that with the flash away from less force and with the priority that Sivir just kind of passively gets with the amount of push that she has, the option is to move now on to the first Drake for Arcbolt Surge. And so despite how things have gone for them, 2k cold down at 6.5 minutes, they still are able to pick up the first objective for themselves.
Yeah, I mean, you know, and everybody loves an Ocean Drake. Gragas definitely wants that Ocean Drake right now. Gotta kind of perpetually sit a level behind and 25 CS right now. That's pretty rough. I mean, it's more than that when you count the kill, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, and it might be a little bit
he
more.
dead?
Super Saiyan is in a bit of trouble, but we go now to the mid lane. Humor having to use the Spirit Rush to get away. Will be alive for now, and is one of the advantages of the Ahri, but will get hit by the Scatter the Weak stun. Luckily, the Charm lands, so no extra damage can drop down. But we don't get a moment's breathe. At straight to the bot lane, the Ignite is dropped down onto Memer Sticks, but it might be Cluey Jungus in a bit more of trouble. And that Scatter the Weak hits the mark again from Dream to Me. Still has that unleashed power available to them. We'll hold on to it for now, but the Humor is getting dangerously low.
Looks like that Ignite was burned this fight as well. That last sort of engagement that happened in the spot lane.
Yeah, it was by Cluey Chungus.
Yeah.
Oh, and speaking of Cluey Chungus, headbutt pulverize. No, it's fine.
Yeah, I didn't know which one they tried to ignite on. I assume it was Alistair again.
Whatever the case it might be, no kills were given down either way, but importantly, without the Ignite, to be able to reduce the healing, Humor Sticks does get a lot more value with the Summoner heal available to him. Dream to Me's been on point. I mean, he's been on point most of the season as well. He's been one of the standout players of this high alert minions team. Frankly, the standout player in this roster that has who has, in a few occasions, you could say, dragged them to victory in some instances, but overall, so far, Cuddle Bear definitely feeling like it will be the bigger carry throughout this game, having 2 kills on that Inara unanswered. But of course, as I say that, Dream to Me gets a solo kill onto Humor, trying to set up the gank, but now it's completely nullified.
Yeah, that was pretty clean. Just to kind of ult and flash away at the same time. Maybe not the most mechanically difficult abilities to pull off, but definitely looks flashy whenever it's successful.
Well, yeah, that's what the that summoner spell does. But all the while up in the top lane, Vacant Tech using that 40 CS advantage that he has to himself to its fullest potential. Super Saiyan really not feeling good at all. Any single time he gets CC'd at once, the follow-up from Vacant Tech is so massive. Luckily, as we were talking about, the passive healing from Super Saiyan is at least keeping him relatively okay if he's given enough time to be able to breathe, but it's not a lot of that's been afforded to him.
Really, what you're just waiting for is for Aatrox to run out of his reso wave. Yeah.
Wait,
hey.
This just in, breaking news. Aatrox doesn't have a resource bar.
No resource bar. One of those lovely non-resource champions.
Yeah.
They're so cool.
I love them. I think what's even also a bit more funny are the champions with tech that technically have mana bars. Like, officially they have mana bars, but they don't. Example, we were talking about him earlier, Zahin. he technically has a mana bar. Officially, he has a mana bar. But really, also resourceless in reality, in practice. Either way, point being is that there's really not much Super Saiyan can do at this point in time in the 1-for-1 without having to sacrifice a lot, and it's only going to get worse in the near future. I don't really think this is much of anything unless if Memur Sticks decides to continue to go forward, really holding on to that unbreakable will for a really long time to deny the damage. But it's really been a bit of an odd choice for Memur Sticks to go in there, obviously trying to utilize the extra item advantage that Cuddle Bear has, but it just been a little bit too over aggressive with it.
Well, that and once again, Chung, like, they ignited Cuddle Bear this time. But, like, just igniting off a cooldown is pretty good. Oh, no.
Horse is going to find Humor. This charm's not quite going to land, and so the Cyclone finds its way onto multiple targets, but the damage is still there from Bulmer. No, not quite enough. Cuddle Bear able to turn this one around, and with a collapsing high alert minions, they will be able to sneak a kill down onto Cuddle Bear, but the shutdown goes down onto Kui Chungus, picking up that extra gold on the Braum.
Korean meta support, like, you know, getting buffed from that. Honestly, if I was Super Saiyan, I'm gonna start looking for just a really clean play where I ult them into
God's
the
Glory
tower.
might be in a bit of trouble. It's going to be an Unbreakable to try to save the Jax, but Kluey Chungus just sentenced himself to death as well. It's a double kill for Dream to me, and it's all coming up high alert minions. They've been on the rise in recent weeks, and are showing it here in Game 1 between Arcbolt Surge.
Yeah, I mean they're definitely showing. You said the 4 slot.
Yeah, the final playoff spot there in their division, but now Bulmer could be in trouble as well. Will spell Shield Dream to me, keeping himself alive, but I mean, it's just really a good summary of how things have gone. Arcbolt Surge getting caught out at every single moment, whether they try to play proactively or if high alert collapses onto them. It's not really going their way at all. 4.5k gold down at 13 minutes is hardly ideal.
No, like that's absolutely true, and like we were saying, you're basically, I don't know. I'm trying to figure if I'm Super Saiyan, like, one of these times you've got to try and, I don't know, insec him into the turret. Just do it.
Throw
Just
an
Nike
explosive
it at
cast.
this point. Yeah.
And get a few extra tower shots down onto Vacant Tech. Could be the potential angle, but talking about potential angles, the Memur Stick's going to go in with the Hex Flash Pulverize, doing their best to drop as much damage. Cuddle Bear does quite a bit with a full item under his belt. Will burn down Kluey Chungus at first. Bulmer staying alive for a little bit longer, but you gotta feel Memur Sticks is going to go back in at any second. Headbutt Pulverize going to be flashed away from by Bulmer, and with the teleport coming down, I think that ADC will be able to make out alive. Can Humor trade back a few kills down onto Cuddle Bear? He does with the Spirit Rush proc, and the charm lands onto Memur Stick, so a double kill for Humor shows some signs of life for Arcbolt Surge.
I mean, all roads lead to Humor right now if you're Arcbolt. Like that, I think that's your win con. And you gotta kind of play behind him right now. Maybe get your top lane a gank of some sort.
And, I mean, with how things are going up there in the top lane, it would be perhaps a little bit troublesome trying to find a way into Vacant Tech, because he's he's a bit of a menace right now. I don't think he's even popped the World Ender at all in this game. I feel like if he hits that, it might be a bit ill-advised to even go onto Vacant Tech unless you bring up multiple members to be able to deal with this Aatrox. But anyway, it could be Humor baiting for the collapse of Arcbolt Surge, but a good headbutt away from Memur Sticks makes sure that his mid lane gets out unscathed.
Yeah, I mean, just good presence on Memur Sticks' part there, just to be in the right place at the right time. But yeah, I mean, you know, they are trying to keep humor ahead, putting pressure on Dream to Me, still putting pressure on Dream to Me. Dream to Me reapplying the pressure to Chungus.
I think he might be able to find the kill onto Cluey Chungus, who's very low. Flash forward from Lest Force is able to secure the kill for the Syndra, and now it's a double kill getting dropped over to Dream to Me. 5-0 on the Syndra. It's just what he does this whole year, this whole season. I would be more correct to say he's been the leading force of this high alert minion squad, and really showing it here in game 1 in a big way, looking to secure playoffs for high alert minions.
Yeah, we're slowly drifting into trouble land. If you're Arcbolt.
We might have done a little bit more than drift over into trouble land if we're Arcbolt.
Nah, we're on state line. We're on state line.
We're on the high. We're on. Okay. We're on the route. The highway.
We're on the freeway. We don't know if we need to stop yet.
Yeah. Everybody, check your maps. And consult with your travel advisor whether or not we're in Dangerland just yet for Arcbolt Surge, but things could up the way they have been. You gotta feel it's a little bit less of a highway and perhaps more of a high-speed train, especially if high alert minions can collapse onto an advancing Arcbolt Surge into the jungle of the minions. Lest Force the target. Charm not going to land onto the Wukong. Headbutt Pulverize goes forward from Me Mistakes, lands its way onto 2, but there's not a lot of follow-up just yet. They finally arrive on the side of high alert minions. Dream to Me finds a stun on the flanking Syndra, and finally Lest Force gets Bulmer, and the damage finally arrives for high alert minions, and that's going to be a clean 4-0 going the way to high alert. I think we have indeed boarded the train to Dangerland for Arcbolt Surge.
I mean, we've maybe gotten off of the exit ramp and we're stopping at a Buc-ee's. But hey, we're sub 20 minutes. Like, anything can happen in League.
I mean, yeah, just yesterday, I was casting a Titan Conqueror League, and the game 2 of that series, in fact, the team that ended up winning that game was down 7k gold at 28 minutes. They won a fight and then won the game because they had push in mid lane. It was hilarious. It was.
And how much gold are we down right now at 18 minutes?
We are down, quick math, 9k for Arcbolt Surge at 18 minutes.
Saying there's a chance.
There is a mathematical chance, but Vacant Tech is the target of Arcbolt Surge, and they might be able to find this kill. World Ender is finally expiring now, and the collapse down from Arcbolt. They get the shutdown over to God's Glory, but they commit everyone up for it. The very least, there's not quite much available for High Alert to answer.
They did it. Chungus dropped Ignite on a target that could die. There was a murder.
On the my favorite spin-off of the classic Agatha Christie novel, the murder on the Dangerland Express. Have to figure out who the culprit of Arcbolt Surge was who killed Vacant Tech. We might find out just now as Cluey Chungus gets down to less than half HP on one rotation of spells from Dream to Me.
Dream to Me looking very terrifying with 16 stacks on their Magi's right now.
Yeah, 16 stacks on the Magi. Not only that, has the Black Fire Torch completed as well with the upgraded boots. Gonna be feeling quite good, doing a big chunk of damage there, and or whoever really he targets, because how far ahead he is. Even the more tanky, quote-unquote, tanky members of Arcbolt Surge are going to be feeling like they can do anything. But speaking of someone who might be able to do anything, Vacant Tech pushing forward, trying to weigh in on to Super Saiyan, who is stacking up the Rod of Ages. So getting a little bit pseudo-tanky on the Gragas. And I've seen in my day a number of
Hey, look at that.
AP-ish. Gragas is he's dodging the abilities now.
He's
Super
doing
Saiyan's
it.
He's feeling it. And I mean, he doesn't take all that much damage in return either, but all the while in the bot lane, I think this may have been where our focus should have been, because Otacon is claimed down and the Cyclone in from Less Force sets up the rest of the minions to take down two. Immediately, Humor now in the crosshairs of the high alert minions. Cuddlebear should eventually get the slows. Memer 6 headbutt pulverize lands the CC, and Cuddlebear with the laser beam gets a kill down onto the enemy mid laner, and Balmer's on the wrong side of the map as Dream to Me picks up a kill. Perhaps Vacant Tech might be able to be killed by Super Saiyan in the 1v1. Can he do it? At the very least, some fancy feet from both of them keep them alive for a little bit longer, but Super Saiyan looks to be going down, as that's the ace for high alert, for high alert means my brain is fried. Oh my god. Wow.
The auto attacks were too much. The Aatrox passive eking Vacant Tech out of that one. Oh man, fancy feet, wombo combo to step past that last cask. Well, not the last cask, but the cask that would have killed him.
The little barrel. Actually, what is the name of? I should know this.
Sure
of what Grox's Q is. No, Explosive Cask is the ultimate.
Yeah, I was gonna sound really smug right there, and then I'm really into it.
And there was the moment it's like, whoa, Explosive Cask. Whoa there, mister. Let's not get ahead of ourselves too far. Especially as Dream to Me, he's got a fully stacked Death Note. 25 chapters in it. Going to be.
It's just barrel roll.
Yeah, but there is collapse again. I mean, the target for Arcbolt Surge is once again into the top lane, trying to take down Vacant Tech. Just might be able to this time around, especially as there's not quite anything on the map other than that Mountain Drake, which would be soul points for high alert minions, and it would be quite nice for them. Vacant Tech going to preemptively pop the World Ender as the dive comes through. Now, does he have the healing to be able to survive this? No, he does not. Balmer going to be able to get out pretty safely as well, with those tower shots taking a decent chunk as they were powered up. They get the objective bounty as well, but they lose the Drake in the bottom half of the map and 2 towers on top of that. So,
worth it.
It's worth. I mean, at this point, it's something. It is something, and actually, they might find a little bit more Dream to Me within the crosshairs of high alert minions. But he does so much damage. Humor's not going to be laughing as he's gotten very low from just one set of spells from the Syndra. But it might be the ADC going a little bit too far forward. Cuddlebear getting shut down by Super Saiyan. Memer 6 is very tanky, buying space for Dream to Me, who bursts down the members in the base of Arcbolt Surge. And there's just nothing you can do to stop Dream to Me at this point in time, with how far he is now. 9-0-5 on the Syndra. It's looking like the playoff hopes of Arcbolt Surge may have just died with their 3 members in the mid lane.
Well, we have recalls coming in, so we'll see how quickly
they'll do their best they can. Headbutt forward from Memer 6 will be the one to eventually die. Shut down going the way of Balmer, who is still alive, and this is the person you do want up to be able to clear out these waves to buy time for the rest of your teammates to respawn. But a good scout of the week finds its way down onto Balmer. Dream to Me bursted him down from full HP. I know he's so far ahead, that's still a bit crazy to see. And well, they won't quite be able to end just yet, but Dream to Me, he's just allowed to do whatever he wants out there.
Oh, that level 3 ultimate. Like, I think... that's rough. That's a rough one, buddy.
That's a rough, buddy. Continuing with the Avatar: The Last Airbender references we've gone through today.
Yeah. So, I really feel like Fire Nation just kind of ran through.
Yep, it's okay. We just gotta wait 100 years for Humor to come back and bring. You know, I was going somewhere with that. It doesn't quite work out that much because Arcbolt Surge do in fact not have 100 years to be able to win this game one, and it's looking like it's going to be that much more difficult as Baron very comfortably goes the way of high alert minions.
There is no playoff race in Blue Water League.
Oh, there.
There is no war.
Yeah, the trust, guys. This is the one with the highest, the most, what should we call it? The most likely to have a change in the standings for playoffs. But it's looking less and less likely as we have gone on that Arcbolt Surge will be able to mount a miracle playoff appearance over high alert minions, who, frankly, in these last few weeks have been really one of the better teams in the league. I mean, even out of our top teams, we had a little bit of a slip up from Akuma Strikers, as well as in 2 weeks ago when they won against XG Only Frogs as well, was a really big surprise victory. And though going into this league they were kind of considered to be some of the best of the rest, they are scaling up at the right time for the said playoff race. Obviously it's not over just yet, but it's probably very likely as they land a stun onto Humor and Balmers, who's also so low that it's looking like it will be the case unless Arcbolt Surge can find a miracle fight here. But they need to retreat, and with Vacant Tech just pushing in the bot lane, all this group of 4 of high alert minions need to do is keep Arcbolt Surge interested while Vacant Tech looks to end the game. Bulmer in a bit of trouble, getting stunned up by the Scatter of the Week, but the jump forward now from the Jax won't quite be able to find the kill. Less Force just baits them in, and with 1 member down, you gotta feel that that is it for the hopes and dreams of Arcbolt Surge as a double kill, now triple going to Dream. To me, actually not quite the triple. Technically, Bulmer is still alive, but probably not for much longer as high alert minions press into the base. They're looking to get the ace before the end of the game, which they won't quite get because the Nexus goes. But high alert minions for about 25 minutes of this 27-minute game looked like they were comfortably going to be taking this one and sending themselves to playoffs.
So playoffs secured.
Yep, playoffs secured for high alert minions.
That's rough, but I mean, that's a 13-0 Syndra right there, man.
Yeah.
Like, that's, you can grab any two of your team and you can't touch that damage. So,
Oh yeah,
like, just quick. That one's quick maths.
that is quick math, and it is correct math as well. No 2 members of Arcbolt Surge. His damage numbers quite add up to the 40k damage that Dream to Me did on Syndra here in this game 1. I mean, we were talking about him before the game as how he's been the standout member of the high alert minions team, and shows it once again today that he is that person that we will look forward to next game, as we're going to send it to a break. But when we come back, we'll bring the draft game 2 between high alert minions and Arcbolt Surge. Don't go anywhere. And so we have been alerted that with that loss, Arcbolt Surge are opting to decide to FF as they are now officially out of playoffs. So we will not be playing the rest of the series, unfortunately. So with that, High Alert Minions officially get a 2-0 record to the name, which actually puts them in a relatively comfortable position to perhaps move up the standings a little bit. Depending how things go from elsewhere, they can surpass Legacy 9 into that third position, in which they have a bit of a better chance in terms of seeding. So congratulations to High Alert Minions on their playoff berth and the 2-0 from today. And from us at Blue Otter Diamond League, I've been Isaac, and alongside me has been Feedonomics, who brought this best of one team. Wait, no, has been. Oh, I mean, we've got dog content at the very least.
Content, if nothing else.
If nothing else, we've got some dog content as a little bit of consolation for being unable to bring to you the full series. But yeah, with that, that'll be it from us tonight. I've been Isaac. Alongside me has been Feedonomics, and what's the dog's name? Feed.
It's Nixie. Like
Nixie. Yeah. Yeah, so, from Feed and Nix and Loki behind the scenes running the stream, that'll be it from us tonight. Thank you for tuning in, and have a good night.
Good night, guys.
And so, despite how things may have gone elsewhere with the previous FF going down, we now tune in to Glacial Tempest versus Basement Dwellers right in the middle of the draft. Two teams in the same division, in which are towards the bottom end of the table, don't really have any chance at the sort of playoffs. And so the drafts, reflected a little bit. I mean, you're seeing the Kindred and Janna into the big 2025 is something.
Isaac, did you say like in the middle of the draft?
Yeah, we're in the middle of the draft, right?
We're in the middle of the draft. Can we look at picks really quick?
Okay, when I said that, the draft was still going. Once I finished
process.
the statement.
No, I mean, come on now. Now let's think about this. Though. We don't know what was banned last match. Whenever Glacial Tempest did win.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because
so we don't know what's not available because of bravery. But nobody likes Melio.
It'd be fun if it was ultimate bravery.
Stays out. Melio is an automatic ban. For me. Don't like Melio.
Yeah.
Neither does Loki, apparently, in my ear, like whispering like the little evil devil on my shoulder about
I could see where the disdain comes from because the breath of life is definitely really annoying to deal with, as well as just being generally the extra range not being so great, which means we won't. But it's fine. We won't be seeing Melio. This game was taken away. But quickly running through the picks: Ash, Set, Leona, Nocturne, and Vladimir all going to be locked in for the side of Glacial Tempest. But for Basement Dwellers, Jinx, Scion, Janna, Kindred, and the Rise as their R5 pick.
I know that you said that you didn't really enjoy the pick. I know that you trashed on the Kindred and the Janna because it's, what year is it? Kindred needs, 3 or 4 stacks before she has real attack range? I think she gets like 525. Yeah, thank you. But it's been forever. But both of their kits play very well into what Glacial Tempest is trying to do in this match, right? Glacial just wants to go in and murder whoever they go in on. At least you have a chance to avoid that with Kindred, and then with Janna, I mean, you try to set it up to where you're disengaging it altogether.
Yep.
That being said, you know what? No, my pick's on Basement Dwellers in Game 2. I want to see Game 2.
Yeah, I want to see Game 3. Especially, we want to be able to actually see a draft, and maybe at some point we might have an update of which champions are actually unavailable from that Game 1. Obviously, that takes a long time to get to, so we probably won't be able to get that to you until said Game 3, if it does go to that. But yeah, I mean, I take the point. I take what you mean with your statement, with the picks kind of playing well into Glacial Tempest's composition. It's just on one hand, yeah. On the other hand, it is the what year is it? I feel like especially earlier on, Kindred might struggle a little bit with how fast Nocturne does his stuff. But obviously, we'll have to wait and see how this plays out because these teams are taking a little bit of time with the spectator delay or actually getting into the draft and going through that. So we'll be bringing to you Game 2 after this break. So don't go anywhere. We are ready to go for game 2 here in a new series between Glacial Tempest and Basement Dwellers. For a match that might be a little bit for fun. Neither team really has any sort of opportunity to be able to sneak into playoffs. And, well, Umbra might be feeling a little bit of the festive spirit walking forward there. And I don't see a ward drop just yet, so it doesn't look like they got that extra information from it.
Look at all that extra damage. Game over.
Game
Basement
over.
Dwellers,
FF. Basement Dwellers. I mean...
Take it to a game 3.
They'd probably feel pretty good with that, considering how their season has largely gone for the most part. Not been ideal, but it is what it is. We move on. Yeah, so I mean, obviously, big talking points. We did kind of cover it already. Panay on the Kindred, as well as Yushi on Janna. Bit unorthodox here in the big 2025. Not champions we see all that often these days.
Yeah, but like I said, I think they've got like you were saying, there's no real weight to the game. Have a little bit of fun with it. Play champions that you want to be good, maybe more so than champions that are good. Or maybe we're cooking and we're just on to advancing the meta. In 40 days, whenever the meta has to shift
whenever we go into the next, I guess it's not the season anymore because we technically have 3 seasons a year, but I don't know what is the official classification of.
I don't know.
Dude, I'm too old for the new terminology. It's the 2026 season, whatever number we're on these days, because they got rid of season numbers, and I'm totally not salty about that. But
the erasing is what it's going to be, because we're done with feats, and we're done with Atacon, and we're done with
the
flowers.
Roses, and we're done with having champions that technically exist in the lore, because Blitzcrank doesn't exist in League of Legends lore anymore.
Heck yeah.
He's just not real. He just doesn't exist in the lore. But speaking of someone who might not exist real soon, Knack isn't, as that is first blood gets claimed by Umbra.
We'll make him in Arcane Season 3. That gets built and built over.
Well, before we get to Arcane Season 3, JL could be in a bit of trouble. Going to have to heal and flash and cleanse away, but it's not nearly enough. The slows from someone who has streamer mode enabled, and I didn't have the notes ahead of time to really tell you, but before we get to that, Panay has arrived. It's basically a second ADC, but Kindred doesn't do a lot at this point. Flash forward from Emperor Emu will finally get the stun down. There's not quite enough follow-up just yet from the Ashe. Trying to push their way forward, trying to secure the lethal damage onto Yushi, but not going to get it.
Yeah, I mean, that was I don't know. I mean, that was really well played by Glacial's bottom lane. Barrier's still up on Ashe too, so
Demon Hunter could be in a bit of trouble. Going to have to flash away from the decimating splash of Control Alt Elite, so Summoner Spell advantage for the Scion in the top lane, but Set is one of these champions that he doesn't care, especially when he's playing into Scion. We still have you there, Feed, or?
I'm still here. I got really close, like my old withered dinosaur eyes.
Okay.
Had to get closer to the screen.
Is it okay if I call you Unk, or is that pushing it too far?
It's fine.
I won't. If it hurts, I won't. It's okay.
It's fine. It's fine.
No, I was. No, it's okay. It's okay, man. I won't do that to you. Not after the best reason. That's why it absolutely will, dude. I feel my knees going already, and I'm not even
that old. Time comes for everyone, my friend.
Absolutely, it is. Father Time is marked me, but not could be in a little bit of trouble again. Panay is nearby, but doesn't do a lot early on with the Kindred. Going to hop forward, do their best to get Flash. Does Potato Girl not quite going to be able to find lethal onto Knack, so a good turnaround from Panay, able to get one for Glacial Tempest.
Yeah,
For basement dwellers,
the
jeez,
phase
why am I
rush.
confusing teams?
I don't know. The phase rush running out for Rise there. That was exactly what Knack needed.
That little extra burst of move
escape.
speed let him zoom around the rift. And I mean, phase rush. I always find it pretty funny with Rise specifically on the phase rush because he just like decides to run faster, you know?
Yeah, he just kind of thinks about running quicker, right?
And
like,
then the animation sped up looks so silly. It just, either way, Drake's getting very low, smited way down now by Pinay, and we'll be able to heal up on that. And basement dwellers are able to sneak out and away, get that objective for themselves. So despite what my early predictions with seeing Kindred for the first time ever, it is actually working out pretty comfortably for the side of basement dwellers, at least for now. JL going to throw down the flame chompers at a really weird angle. And his best to run away. The slows from Ash will be able to set up Emperor Emu with the Zenith Blade. That will be the third kill of the game for Glacial Tempest. As that one potato girl is subbing in for tonight. Going to pick up the feats of warfare.
can I get a check on Ash's second mastery tree? I just want to see if approach velocity is there. I know it's there, but I want to confirm. Am I wrong?
Indeed,
no.
it is. Yeah.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, no, you can't. There's no getting away.
Yep.
There's no getting away this early.
One auto attack is all it takes. Doesn't matter. Cleanse. Yeah. I mean, not necessarily in that last fight, but we saw it even earlier on that Jo going to be struggling a little bit to escape Emperor Emu, and I'm going to assume after checking that's probably Jimmy in the bot lane because we didn't get any other alerts about other substitutes into the Glacial Tempest lineup. Remember, if you are playing in an organized environment and you are the stream match, please do remember to turn off streamer mode. I mean, in fairness, this wasn't the original streamed match, so I will give a break to Jimmy this time around because it's a bit unexpected in that regard. But just a general message to everyone out there who might be playing in whether it be here in Blue Water or elsewhere, that streamer mode does do this to us.
Yeah, stuff like that isn't humorous.
Yeah, but see, that was last game.
Come on.
We're get time to get with the times, old man. We're not casting high alert. Either way, Void Grub's going the way of Glacial Tempest, picking up their extra tower damage, going to help them get a bit of more gold under their belts, especially as they already have a few plates for themselves. Will allow them to push forward and claim a few more.
Cool. I'm just watching this fight. I love wet noodle fights.
I mean, it is indeed a wet noodle fight, but
is it?
I mean, I guess neither side is giving it up.
Control lead. Yeah, there's the old.
Go for it. There's the flash over the. Oh wait, the showstopper tries to pull control alt elite under the tower, and does buy time for that potato girl to arrive. And so that will be a return kill going to the side of Demon Hunter. You know that one, and now straight over to the mid lane. Umbra will go into the pool, dodge out the enchanted crystal arrow from Knack, or from Ash, dodged by Knack, who will finally get the kill onto Umbra, and get one in return for the basement dwellers.
Props to Demon Hunter for that flash. It was really fun looking.
It was. It was
Nice.
and not only was it stylish, it was also functional as well, which we love to see, because there are plenty of times in which we've seen some non or less functional flashes. Pinay used the blast cone to escape that one. Potato Girl will draw a teleport from Knack to try to keep Panay alive for a little bit longer, but now Knack being the target of Glacial Tempest. We've got a little bit of pause on the street, but the Solar Flare finds its way onto two Flame Droppers as well, going to find some CC, but the damage has already been done. Glacial Tempest find the pick. They're looking for more. Umbra's going for it. They're trying to secure the kill onto Knack. They should do eventually, but our eyes now turn down to JL and Yushi, who's certainly going to be deleted. Now Umbra getting yet another kill. A target is on Jael, but might be needs to change over to Knack because Umbra's gone too far. Jael gets excited, but I don't think he needs to be too overly so. Ooh. And it will be a trade back around the spell shield from that one. Potato Girl will stop the Super Mega Death Rocket from hitting the mark. Emperor Emu going to try to drag JL away from his mid laner. Can the slows land from the zap? It does. JL just doesn't quite have the damage though to be able to take down Leona.
Spell shield by Potato Girl there to avoid, you know, death. Let's all be real here. That was to avoid
that was
death.
Absolutely a kill.
The hardest CC.
It is the I don't know where I was going to go with that statement.
Look, Isaac, just for everybody playing at home, you know, it's the hardest CC dying, right? But if you're the one that finds yourself on the other side of an untimely death, you just tell the enemy team that you were expediting. Okay.
Counterpoint, you cannot QSS the gray screen. It's not possible, which we will get an example from.
Yeah, it's like a knockup.
Enchantress arrow lands its way down onto Panay. Now the target will be Jimmy, who does have to flash away, but Basement Dwellers are going to push a little bit forward. Emperor Emo going to throw down his Zenith's Blade to dissuade any further advance. Super Mega Death Rocket not quite finding the lethal damage to be able to secure the kills for Basement Dwellers, but they do enough to be able to start stacking those Drakes.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Drake going over, dissuading Glacial Tempest from fighting. But while all that was going down, I think Demon Hunter just got like 3 plates. Just a casual few plates, and then another wave cleared. But it does look like Scion's coming back. Anyways, if you find yourself dying, it's to take an expedited recall. You're just trying to get back to base,
that's what I tell my teammates. That's what I tell my teammates when I'm sitting 0-15 after trying to go in for the millionth time on
35 minutes in, and you're just like, I was trying to get back to base faster, and then the enemy team's like, yeah, but you're dead for 35 seconds.
Hey, you know, it takes time to walk away and recall, you know? Like, I could just die instead, and then those 35 seconds, it's the same amount of time anyway. What's the big deal? Right?
No, I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Don't tell Drew Levin I've said any of this, by the way.
Said what?
Nothing. I said nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. There's no evidence or anything. It's not like we're on stream and the VODs aren't saved or anything.
No.
No.
Never saved. I'm casting right now.
No. Yeah.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
All right.
We've got the replacement in at the moment, Isaac. I'm sorry.
Hey, you know, honestly, it's been a bit unorthodox, the casting, but it's a bit more silly. You know, you always have to make a little bit of room for whimsy in your life, and we've been having a little bit of a whimsical time here, and honestly, a bit appropriately so, especially as if you are just tuning in, these two teams both mathematically outside of playoffs, and so we're just, you know, kind of allowed to have a little bit of a moment of respite. Especially as Kindred is locked in, but someone who won't be having any moments to rest is JL, who will be hit by the Enchanted Crystal Arrow, but the Realm Warp down secures that bot lane tower for the Basement Dwellers.
Yeah, and how are we doing on feats? Like, are we one objective or 2 objectives off at this point?
The towers have gone down, and I think the first one was in fact claimed by Basement Dwellers. I don't think any other towers did go down, so that should be Basement Dwellers.
And Basement Dwellers didn't get the
Well, before we get to that, Jimmy's absolutely deleted. As
Yeah.
the teleport
the
drops
teleport,
down,
though.
Umbra will try to return a kill. I don't know if he'll be able to get a Janitor, because our attention now turns to the mid lane. JL getting collapsed down on that one. Potato Girl, Umbra, and push to the left a little bit too far. Going to get CC'd. Won't be able to heal through the amount of damage that the Dwellers have. They're in the bot lane. That is their realm. I mean, it's in their name. You cannot mess with the basement Dwellers when you're on the basement of Summoner's Rift. That's where they exist.
You can't mess with the basement dwellers in the bot lane. Like, and you know, good luck if you're around the alcove.
Oh yeah, that is the ultimate. That is the basement Dwellers' comfort zone. Why else would they?
Bot lane, bottom alcove is like the basement dweller.
Like if the entire map was just bot lane alcove, basement Dwellers would be winning worlds.
Yeah, absolutely.
Book
it, call it.
Scientifically
You heard it here
proven
first.
source. Trust me, bro.
Play Silver Scrapes.
Don't ask me to explain how that would be physically possible, because I'm working on that. But theoretically, if that was the case, NA would actually have a chance at in an international tournament.
Oh no, Emperor Emu!
I think Emperor Emu's. I mean, he might not be okay, but it'll take a while to go down. A bunch of CC drops, going to flash over that wall. Super Mega Death Rocket not quite finding the kill just yet. The little zap from JL does get that little extra bit of damage for the basement Dwellers to be able to secure another kill. And even though we've been kind of laughing and joking about things, because for quite a while it was looking relatively somewhat one-sided. Yeah, but I mean, the basement Dwellers over the last few minutes have definitely dragged themselves back into contention here in game 2, and honestly, looking with the Drake spawning, could fairly easily get themselves on the soul point, but not if Glacial Tempest have anything to say about it. Umbra heals up quite a bit. Lamb's respite will keep Panay alive, as well as Umbra and that one Potato Girl, but that means JL's still full health. JL's still running forward and gets a kill. Jimmy on the backside of the fight. The diving Ash is not something you see every day, but this is the exact reason why, because even though Jimmy's got one kill, there's nowhere left to go for this Ash, as JL attempted to be able to, not JL, Jimmy attempted to get the, wait, hold on, whoa, well, no smites available left around. Emperor Emu gets a shutdown onto Panay. Looking, you can see what Panay was doing there, trying to take away a blast cone angle, but they just go a little bit too far. And, you gotta feel like this is almost probably. They're taking their sweet time. They do finally claim it, despite the fact that that one Potato Girl was up and on the map, ready to go. Not quite going to arrive in time. Now Demon Hunter. I mean, he took the tower, and tier 2 towers these days are worth a ton. And we'll hand over. I mean, these days, tier 2 tower is worth more than the kill in gold, so I think you're really fine with that if you're Demon Hunter, especially given the kill over to Scion.
Yeah, I mean, the 700 gold that you just got from the brick is definitely worth it. You are. I mean, you're huge too, right? If you're set, but at the same time, like, you don't really want. Like, I don't know.
Okay, but hear me out.
Yeah.
Sets Showstopper does more damage.
I don't know.
The more health. The more health.
No,
the
we're
more
not
health
doing
the control alt elite has.
Cho'Gath, like logic. I get it. I follow. That's the Mordekaiser when he used to steal people. Being like, yeah, but if we let them get really fed, that means the ghost is stronger. Emu is, however, going to be a ghost. And Otacon is up, and it's going to go over to Basement Dwellers. But like we said, you know, whenever it's in the basement, like, it's Basement Dwellers property.
Yeah, it's the bottom half of the map. Otacon, but not if left Umbra has anything to say about this. They're still not quite going to find the mark, and his Respite comes out to keep the Basement Dwellers alive. it will be enough to do so. JL gets excited. There's nothing Jimmy can do to auto attack this Jinx with the extra attack speed. Panay also arriving down onto Demon Hunter, who tried to stop the show for Panay. He just walks forward away from his sound, getting flipped around, stays alive. That's an Otacon and 3 kills for Glacial Tempest.
We didn't, basement dwellers. Right?
The,
3 kills for Tempest.
Did I say it was 3 kills for Tempest?
Yes.
Oh my
I
god,
thought you did. I don't know. Help me out here, Prod.
I could have. Either way,
back.
whether or not what I had previously said, either I am correct that it was the Basement Dwellers who got 3 kills and not Glacial Tempest, but whatever the case, Basement Dwellers, in the span of a few moments, have gone from being a few thousand gold down all the way up to 5k up in the map wide open on Soul Point with Otacon as well. It's been a few hectic moments, but it's ultimately come out in favor of the Basement Dwellers, who now are looking relatively comfortable for advancing to game 3, especially with how much scaling they have available to them.
There was a really cool combo that I saw there where they realm warped out. Speaking of realm
Knock
warping out,
could be in trouble. You can't
in
really realm warp out of these situations, but he stays alive long enough through all the healing. But that one, Potato Girl drives in now, not quite able to find the damage to get the kill onto Yushi. And as the fight goes on, there's too much sustained damage for the Basement Dwellers. That's 2 double kills and an ace to the Basement Dwellers, and yeah, they are well and truly online now. You were talking about this in the draft that it basically that the composition of Basement Dwellers basically counters everything Glacial Tempest wants to do, and we're getting a really good demonstration of that now.
Yeah, like the I mean, just Kindred Ultimate has gone miles at sitting there denying these engagements and fights that they want to use. You know, like Umbra's going in and using their ultimate, like, gets completely nixed out. What I didn't think about at all, though, was because of the Rise, if you're in the Rise circle while you're ulted by Kindred, you're going to get teleported away no matter what. Like, you're safe. So they did that. They did that in that last fight, and got to realm warp out. It was really cool. I really liked it.
One of those fun moments. That being said, Jimmy's going to be slowed up here, and with how things have gone, it'll be a lot of trouble for the Ashe. Taken down to half HP. And with the Soul Point drink on the map now, that would be Hex Tech Soul for the Basement Dwellers. You gotta feel it's almost certainly going to be Hex Tech Soul for the Basement Dwellers with how fast they take these objectives. The Anti-Crystal Arrow going to come in to try to steal things away. They are unable to. That one, Potato Girl, isolated from the rest of the team, goes down, and now Control Alt Elite wants to set up the rest of this fight. We move over to the mid lane. Umbra's gone low, but heals quite a bit, so he's alive for now. One big punch from Demon Hunter tries to turn the fight around, and in fairness, it almost nearly does with one press of W, but the gold is just a bit too much for Glacial Tempest to handle. 10k up now for the Basement Dwellers. It's been looking inevitable for a few moments that we are going to game 3.
Man, that was, I mean, that ended up being a really hype game. The draft from the past kind of showing up.
Yeah, and they were able to scale, they were given the time to get the items they need, and by the end there was just nothing really that Glacial Tempest was able to do in the game. So yeah, very controlled game from the Basement Dwellers. It weren't too many antics until they were finally able to get the items that they needed to come online, and once they did, it was basically over. And yeah, really well done to Basement Dwellers. And so we will be bringing to you game 3 in just a few moments. Don't go anywhere.
to hold our heads up high and beat the drum to what we love. Risk the fall, oh, we have felt it all come crashing down from far above. Stars are rising, countless worlds colliding. Only one will take it all. Can we bring to fall the giants? Can we make the final call? We are the ones to ignite the darkened skies. The champions of a world that we defy. A solar ray of the few who rise up high. And we all fight at the last light. Hearing voices from afar. Join the madness when the curtain falls. Risk it all, hold nothing back. Seize the day, we must attack. Stars are rising, countless worlds colliding. Only one will take it all. Can we bring to fall the giants? Can we make the final call? We are the ones to ignite the darkened skies. The champions of a world that we defy. A solar ray of the few who rise up high. And we all fight at the last light. Can we bring to fall the giants?
And we
yep,
join
yep.
in a little bit later with the draft of Game 3 between Glacial, Tempest, and Basement Dwellers. And straight away, we've got an Echo locked in for Glacial Tempest, as well as Diana for Basement Dwellers. So already we're going a bit off the walls for this one, Feedonomics.
There wasn't an echo. I was just saying yap over and over again. Oh, you mean on the... okay, yeah. I get it. Where do you think the echo's going? Do you think it's just going to be mid lane? Do you think it'll be a fun flex to top or jungle?
I mean, jungle echo is a bit fun. It's not going to be top. I can guarantee you that one with the Ornn lock-in. But I definitely think the echo and also the Diana actually has a decent amount of flexibility to where either team can hold onto it and put it wherever they seem more ideal for their side composition. But you've got a Garen lock in for Basement Dwellers, so gonna have a little bit of fun up there in the top lane.
Also a flexible pick. Yeah, I mean, like I'm actually we've got Prod in our ear yelling what role they think the Garen is. Maybe don't agree with them, but
there's a reason why Loki. Never mind. I'm not going to. I prefer not to. You know what? I prefer not to. I prefer not to speak. I've said too much.
Coward.
I may or may not have spoken too much. We actually do enjoy and appreciate the work that Loki does behind the scenes to be able to bring us these games. But all the while, Braum and Volbear have been taken off the board. So won't be seeing that anytime soon. I mean, speaking of the surprises that weren't banned away originally, with B wanting Misfortune, that they left Braum up for so long as it was, and even a bit more surprisingly, Braum wasn't picked immediately afterwards. So perhaps we are just having a little bit of fun between these two teams, you know, like it's not exactly the highest stakes game at this point of the season for the two of them, and yeah.
Well, I mean, well,
They picked
Well-
Misfortune and Ornn, and they didn't ban Braum. I like,
They felt like they understood. They knew that the comp wouldn't get. They knew that they wouldn't pick support so early in the draft pick. Isaac, I'm trying here.
I think and obviously I do have some bias because it is my own like hypothesis, but I think my idea of it being a series in which there aren't really any sort of stakes in terms of playoffs this late in the season. Both these teams are mathematically out. That's probably more so the reason why, especially when we're seeing the likes of Garen getting locked in for basement dwellers.
You're playing
I know
for
the
bragging
tanks.
rights at this point.
I mean, because like tanks are typically like in a serious environment, tanks are typically control alts elites bread and butter, and I don't imagine him being too much of a Garen player.
I don't
But,
think. I'm not 100% sure that Garen is going to be the top laner.
Okay.
I mean, I'm thinking
You're going to
that Garen.
expound.
I think that the Diana will be jungling and the Garen could be the mid. I mean, the Garen could technically be the jungler too if we really wanted to get super spicy with it, but that's not going to happen.
We're spending
But,
a lot of time
like-
on this second ban. It feels like it's definitely been longer than 30 seconds. Am I just
Yeah, what's
am I
going
going
on
insane?
with the ban?
What is going on with this final ban for basement dwellers? Because we've been sitting on this for the last probably minute or so, and yet still no updates on that one.
Stand by.
We'll eventually get a word about what is going on there, because I mean the league spectator breaks enough. Don't really need pro draft or draft recovery. Oh, whoa, okay, draft completed already, and that's a Yasuo locked in for basement dwellers. And okay, yeah. Diana Yasuo, one for the ages. Then maybe not an all-time classic combination, but certainly one that has been in the meta a few times in the past. Obviously, mixed damage and easy ult access for the Yasuo. It generally feels pretty good to be able to lock that one in.
Poppy also has a couple of cheeky ways to get Yasuo into a fight.
Yeah.
With the immediate ult, and Dash might do it, but I'm not 100% sure.
I don't. It probably should technically.
Yeah, like you technically.
'Cause it
Poppy
is
is
a, like,
technically
force of
tackling
movement.
somebody off.
I
of
was
the
I was
ground.
thinking more so the steadfast presence, where if they dash into it.
Oh, that's
if-
no, that's absolutely a knock-up. But
Yeah.
like that more relies on them misplaying than you doing something to get Yasuo. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get it, but it
Now-
could also be funny though.
Now, I will say, I do agree with whatever the YouTuber is. I don't remember his name right now, so I apologize for not being able to give more credit than this. But, like, the meme that Poppy is getting better and better, and I guess the community kind of says it too, but Poppy's getting better and better every time they release a champion with the dash.
True.
It's indirectly a Poppy buff.
I haven't heard that statement, but this is true. This is not invalid. Until we eventually get the champion that has like 50 dashes that are uninterruptible, and then we all suffer.
Yeah, I mean, but until then.
Yeah. And that'll inevitably, after like 5 months of Riot trying to balance it until they finally make it interruptible. Or maybe not 5 months, who knows. It feels like every single. Speaking of abilities that might be removed, I know he's not in this game, but he's technically pickable. Zahin. It's just been a thing that's been pondering in my mind, is how long are we feeling until his like revive gets removed from the game? We feeling if we're placing bets.
I
on
think
this one.
that it doesn't get removed. I think that it ends up getting an actual hard cooldown. And it,
Okay.
or it ends up getting locked behind an ability. like you don't get to revive until you hit your ultimate, like until you level your ultimate once. Because I don't really think it's chill that Zahid gets to like have his revive passive trigger at level 1.
Yeah, it's totally
I
balanced.
feel like
Either way,
like maybe he has a little too much. But like, what do I know? I am a lowly bad League of Legends player. You know
It's
what else
okay.
is bad?
What else
Not
is
being
bad?
able
Let's
to
hear
take
it.
a break because of spectator delay. Is there
Okay,
any
well,
way that we can take a break because of spectator delay?
indeed we can. And so actually, we are going to. If anything, we probably should have done a little bit sooner, but we will now. So yeah, we'll see you on the other side of the spec delay, and when we've loaded onto the rift.
We are the ones to ignite the darkened skies, the champions of the world that we defy. A solar ray of the few who rise up high, and we all fight at the last light.
Oh god, I don't know what to do. Oh god,
Oh
I
my
mean,
goodness.
Like Johann Sebastian, we are Bob, ladies and gentlemen. Game 3 of the last series before the playoffs. Not that this game so much matters between Glacial Tempest and the Basement Dwellers. Tied 1-1. How are we feeling about this one?
It's honestly feeling like a pretty fun time. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, Umbra's gone Ignite on Yasuo mid. Panay's gone Dark Harvest. Like, you know, we're just kind of having a fun time here in
We're
Blue Water
vibing.
Diamond League with this one. We're vibing. So at least it appears to some extent, our Basement Dwellers in Glacial Tempest. So, you know, got to match their energy a little bit, and so yeah. And that's that. No real surprises here at level 1, so we've just got a moment to sit around and enjoy the winter map, because obviously it's been a while since we've had it. It's been back for a little bit, but you know,
really like this map.
What is your favorite part? My favorite part about the map isn't actually the map itself. It's the shields of the melee minions on red team being little like Christmas stars. Before we get to anything else, Yushi's going to be stunned up on the wall with an audacious charge. And even though we were just chilling a few seconds ago, it doesn't look like these two teams are at all, as the minions finally hit the wave. Really good trades across the map, especially for Demon Hunter there in the top lane.
Oh, the stun landing.
Once again, another audacious charge. Yeah, I mean, Emperor Emu's running things here in the bot lane, taking JL down to below half HP already at level 1. It's going to happen again.
Dead, yeah.
This is 3 times in a row, guys. Okay, like...
Yeah,
the first time it was cool. It might be chilling a little bit too much there, or maybe we may have had a DC. This might be this would actually make a lot of sense.
Yeah, you know how it is.
This would
Shake it
explain
once,
a
that's
lot.
Fine. Shake it twice, that's okay. Stun him 3 times, you're just playing with yourself again.
And it also turns out that you may have been disconnected from the game.
Yeah, you're just disconnecting with yourself again.
Oh, all right. Okay, so I mean, my point was that that's the reason why JL was caught out so many times, is because you can, the lag, the latency from the response, and that's the reason why we were paused. Now, at least we're assuming it would explain a lot, or at least what we saw at the very beginning. So we have a few more minutes to, just have a really chill time here in Blue Otter Diamond League. We gotta enjoy the Christmas tree star red melee minions with their shields that I may be glazing a little bit too much, but
Man, that is unlucky though. Putting the disconnect in AD carry.
The disconnect. Yes, that was indeed what happened. At least we're assuming. We're back now though, and eventually we'll get the inevitable pause between the two. But I mean, it turns out it wasn't actually Jimmy on the in the ADC role. It is Zakutara, the regular starting top laner for Glacial Tempest, who has moved down to the bot lane due to, us sometimes running into scheduling issues in our lives, and that, just happens the way it is in the amateur scene. So, into that, the Demon Hunter.
The lead is in trouble here. Oh, this is
auto
dead,
attack
yo.
is all Demon Hunter needs. Gets the extra move speed, but we actually go straight to the mid lane. Knack going to flash away. The ignite probably not going to be enough, but Yushi may have gone a little bit too far forward. I stand corrected because Umbra flashes under the tower and gives a kill over to Yushi.
We are getting close to Fiesta status. Emu looking for it.
We are, perhaps we are at party station on our way to the train to Fiesta land.
Ladies and gentlemen, putting together for your paid expensive trip to Fiestaville.
Which JL might be on, considering we do have a gank that, I mean, it seems like he's
don't step
something.
up for that CS. Don't do it. Don't do it.
The ADC mindset, it's the temptation is it's too much. But Yushi does arrive, which gives JL the confidence he needs to go forward, but it's a bit ill-advised. Bit of false confidence, going to have to flash and barrier to stay alive, but that's a lot committed from JL to simply live there.
Yeah, I mean, but like it was a gank. Diana didn't get anything out of it other than the flash, so that you gotta feel good about that. Control Alt Delete. The other thing that I hadn't really gotten a chance to talk about is how useful ornaments will be if we get that late into the game.
Give them those little extra bonus stacks, especially since there aren't too many champions that could easily deal with this Ornn, at least not quickly, as time goes on. Obviously, you'd probably be looking towards to Umbra, going to be trapped in the baby cage, going to land the Q3 knockup, but he'll get himself out, and another audacious charge. Emperor Emu is doing a ton of work here on the Poppy, but all around the map we have fights everywhere. Control Alt Elite eventually killed by Demon Hunter. Umbra did the best they could to be able to trade one back, not quite being so successful there in the mid lane, but he is close to his O10 power spike. He's getting there.
He is getting there, and like JL being a big part of Basement Dweller's win last game, kind of shut down right now.
Yeah, Yushi is awfully low. Yeah, I mean, with how low those health bars are. Yeah, sometimes when you see those low health bars and you see a jungler heading down towards them, and Panay especially, it definitely activates the monkey brain. It activates the neuron, the deep-seated thoughts that sometimes are impossible to ignore. Even though sometimes you should. Also known as me whenever I see a ward on the map. But,
need to get it. Oh, what are we doing?
Oh, Control Alt Elite going to call the Forge God down onto Demon Hunter. Won't quite find lethal just yet, but he gets him very low. And despite the early solo kill that Demon Hunter had, things have well and truly turned around in the top lane.
Yeah, I mean, and Demon Hunter's got to watch out here. Oh, yeah, no, absolutely.
Panay just going to hop forward with the flash and the E. Gets that empowered auto attack down and is able to escape very comfortably.
Ooh, good sidestep there on Knack-Knack's end.
Yeah, he's fine. Knack-Knack, they're full health. Knack-Knack's got this. There's no concern there. But, I mean, with Panay showing up in the top lane, there is the response from Glacial Tempest to move straight onto the Drake. Going to pick up a pretty late first Drake for themselves, but they will get it.
Oh, Panay finding himself in a little bit of trouble.
Oh, but before we get to that, action all over the map. Knack-Knack the target. Can he trade a kill back? Indeed, he does, down onto Emperor Emu. So even though Knack-Knack is collapsed on, is able to get some value out of that exchange. Panay going to look for a little bit more, but perhaps this is a little bit ill-advised. Obviously does have a chrono break to be able to get away. Goes back and gets his health alive and well and good. He's arriving once again. Going to shield himself up. Umbra's very low. Umbra's still go. I mean, Umbra. I don't know. Umbra. He was out. He was out and decided. What if I wasn't though?
What if I gave Panay a kill right here?
You know, I could just walk away and live, or
I could give him a kill.
Have you considered? It's the everyone's favorite Bill Nye tangent or segment of consider the following, which we might need to do a little bit more. It's a really good event horizon from Knack-Knack to find, stun, and trap Emperor Emu in there, which is the kill that the Basement Brothers will pick up alongside what will almost certainly be Grubs.
Ooh, Jimmy's just getting, annoyed. Oh, but Jimmy still got his ult. Yeah. That was cool, MF. Let me show you mine.
I mean, they're kind of similar in that they're like lines of damage that are projectiles.
They were also similar in that they both were really ineffective that time.
Hey, they got them down to half HP, and this is going to set up Emperor Emu to throw one auto attack at him.
Ultimate on either side of that was the ultimate's reasoning. I think that was just because they got into an auto fight afterwards.
Either way, JL's still in a bit of trouble. And the audacious charge eventually comes down. Finally, he will go over to it's not Jimmy. It's the regular starting top laner of like Zaku. Hold on, let me check. I had it brought up earlier, but Zakutara. There it is. Yeah. is actually on the Lucian as the ADC this game for Glacial Tempest. Ideally, he would have turned off streamer mode, so we would have been able to see that a little bit easier this time around. But is in fact not Jimmy.
Ironically, in real life, he does go by James.
His name is actually James.
Yeah. It's really weird.
Could you imagine?
Whatever. Yeah, I had a place where I worked where I was like one of 3 Justins.
Oh. How did you manage that one? Did you have to like call each other by last names, or?
Well, the boss of the place got to be Justin, and then we were our last names.
Oh, okay.
Which is fair, except his middle name was Justin. He was actually a Paul. So it was really like stolen valor.
Now I'm not even sure if this is real, because
it's a real story.
It is real. Okay, because it is a funny. All right.
Paul. It's like stolen valor, man.
Yeah, that is rough. At first when you said it was the boss, I'm like, okay, yeah, this makes sense. But if his name isn't actually Justin, that's some wild stuff.
He went by it, but it wasn't his actual first
Demon
name.
Hunter on the wrong side of the map. Before we get to that, the Encore drops down and sets up a really good bullet time, but Emperor Emu going to say the keeper's verdict, and the verdict comes back is Yeet, but the Imminent Horizon finds it, stunned down onto Umbra, who will pick up a kill in the mid lane. We thought the focus was going to be down bots in the Basement Dweller's realm, but actually it's going to be Umbra. Not quite going to get his 0-10 power spike this game, but the 10 death power spike might be on the cards.
You know, a jungle is basically like a basement when you think about it, like really hard and tilt your head sideways. Like,
it's the Australian basement.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Wouldn't that just be top alcove? Actually,
no,
never mind.
No, it's the jungle. Up, control, delete. Oh.
Don't know if he wants to be here, because Panay's arriving. Demon Hunter just killed immediately.
Goodness.
Not even by the second cast of the Call of the Forge God.
No, I think it was just like the proc on whatchamacallit, but that's another Drake falling over.
Yeah. So as you said, at the very least, the Drake is given back over to Glacial Tempest once again. Basically, carbon, maybe not a carbon copy of what we saw 5 minutes ago with the previous Drake, but still very similar. Where Panay's in the top lane gets some extra gold in return for the second Drake of the game for Glacial Tempest, stacking it up. Umbra now not going to get caught by the baby Gage, but Knack Doesn't mind, as he's got his jungler here to support. Hold on, gets the Q3, not a final hour, not quite going to get the, or last breath actually, that's the Vanal, wrong names. Either way, he buys time for Potato Girl to arrive, but it may have just baited in the rest of Glacial Tempest to their doom.
What a good, play out. Wow. Super well done. Emu, though.
Yeah, will set up yet another kill on an audacious charge for Zakutara. Give him that extra bit of gold there, and in fairness, Zakutara has done really well in this game, sitting 4-0 on the Lucian, already completed his Essence Reaver. If there is one person who Glacial Tempest can't play around, it will be Zakutara.
Yeah, I mean, they've kind of got to go with the hot hand in this game, right? You can't choose a lane that's not doing great.
And hot hands, not be for Umbra. As you said, the Encore did find the mark, but these tornadoes not really hitting the mark. Wind Wall going to stop a few auto attacks from JL. It will be enough for Umbra to finally get the kills down. Last breath gets some damage down onto Yushi. But the focus of the damage is not quite onto a single target, and so despite these health bars getting very low, No dice for Umbra.
Oh,
There might be some for Zakatar. Will drop the culling, but it's honestly a really suboptimal one. He's going to have to flash away from the collapsing Pinay, who should be able to ult away now. Gets a lot of damage. The flanking, the teleport flank on Veigar is not something you see every day, but it secures a kill for Knack Knack.
Yeah, and Pinay is looking to land a flash for it to make sure that we secured it, but
I'm going to be
he's
completely
looking for
honest,
that
the
cue.
Discord stream on my end has paused, so
Oh, so it was perfect that I took it over then.
It really
it
is,
looks like
'cause-
Glacial does secure the Rift Herald as well.
Can I get a tab for feats while I watch these two top laners like wet slap themselves?
We
Oh, never mind.
we don't have
the capabilities to provide feats unless I count, and I
yeah,
haven't been doing
because
that. So rip me.
Riot is a small indie company that could not possibly have the capacity to even give us icons for.
Are you back yet? Because Pinay's going in on Umbra here, and he does land the stun. Oh no, Umbra.
Wait, I see. Okay, wait, Umbra. Oh wait, he lands the knockup onto JL, but the damage isn't quite enough with the last breath that he takes. We'll send him once again to the gray screen as he's gets one step closer to his power spike. Also, I am back finally, right at the perfect time.
Awesome. Yeah. Okay. I guess when I stopped being a good play-by-play caster, you monster.
Yeah, you know, I mean, we could swap things around mid-cast if you want to. I don't mind.
No, I don't know how to do the other role.
Okay.
I don't know how to do that role either, to be fair. Let's see Emperor coming in to help out.
Yeah, I don't really think this pop is going to do too much. Call the Forge God will come through. Orin Horn sounded, only finds its way down onto Emperor Emu, who's doing their best to stay alive, flashing away, but will it be enough? Not quite, as the Demacian Justice rains down onto Pinay. Shut down for Demon Hunter, but these health bars are still very low, and there's only Zakutara here around to help. Control All Elite is very tanky. I don't think the Orin is the target that you want. Glacial Tempest. That being said, that one Potato Girl will find an isolated Yushi, who will be claimed back in return. A shutdown at 555 gold, getting picked up by the Diana. So some consolation to Glacial Tempest.
Yeah, no, that fight was really all played out. Like, I mean, they played really well. Glacial is gonna recover pretty good too. I don't know if I was JL if I'd wanted to have done that, because I think that's a dead MF, and you don't even have to ult.
Yeah. Nope, doesn't even need it. It's on cooldown, but yeah, that is Garen's stuff for you. It's just.
Isn't that a cool and fun and interactive game mode? Like, isn't that awesome? Aren't we all like better players for witnessing that?
You know, Stridebreaker is such a fun item. Especially when you're.
That's the only reason that happened. Yeah, you're right.
Well, that and Ghost.
Yeah, that's fair. I suppose we had to use a summoner to confirm that kill.
It's my point is that it was still also not fun regardless of the strike.
Oh no, it's not. Yeah.
Ghost. like that was the point I was getting to. I wasn't trying to make the argument of, oh well, no, it's actually balanced because Stridebreaker and Ghost. I'm like, that just feels bad because of Stridebreaker and Ghost, because there's nothing that jail could necessarily
what
do
you
there.
do as an AD carry, you say, man, I really wish I had a 7th item right now.
Hey, Jack shows would go hard.
I mean, that is true, but like, man, I'm just gonna buy another damage item.
True. You know, honestly, the ADC mind of buying only damage, not even lifesteal, just damage. Obviously, not in the instance of JL, because it's got the Bloodthirster, and that is a very common misfortune build. But you know what? My point doesn't stand.
What do we got going on here? Troll, Elite, what?
He's very tanky. I don't think this really goes anywhere. Being completely
honest. I mean, I think the Demon Hunter can win it. Is he running?
No.
I mean, no. This is ult territory right now. 2 more on
death. Okay, it is. Yeah. It is the shutdown for Demon Hunter finally, but the response in the top lane from Glacial Tempest is to pick up yet another kill, so wins all over the map for the Tempest, but it's a really good stun, find its way onto Umbra and the extra tower shot and the redemption kill for extra style points. Panay going to get an isolated Emperor Emu and going to Chrono Break his health back, but it might not be enough. Going to flash away to ensure that he gets out of there, but yeah, it was really well played by Panay in general to be able to get some kills back in return.
Yeah. Did you like that though? Remember how I was like, I'm not good at the game, but like I know what I'm talking about sometimes?
Sometimes.
You know,
it's okay. That's more than me.
Garen has played exclusively in ranked a lot, so you know, in terrible ranks. So I know very well when I'm going to get ulted by him because my top laner fed him 7 kills.
Fair. I honestly just thought Control Elite would have had the move speed and like the dashes and you know the Bell's Breath CC.
Oh, here's this other fight again. I mean, the thing is you can't really outrun that at the moment. Like he has PD completed, he has the Triumph boots, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if he's got them upgraded, but they do give a little bit more movement speed, right? His Umbra is getting ran down.
Yet. And this.
Oh, you don't want to be there. That was so sick.
Wind Wall's not really going to do much for you there, Umbra. And well, he's one death off his power spike. Okay, so he's getting there faster. He's doing the Yasuo things. This is the Yasuo tech.
I think he'll kill you again, Elite. You gotta be careful. Do we have ornaments yet on anybody? Or are we even?
He would have it for himself. He would have it for himself. But JL,
yeah, and he does for Sunfire.
JL going to barrier up. It's not quite enough, but it does get time for the flank of Panay to be able to trade one back down onto Zakutara. So 1 for 1 there. But with Umbra only coming back on the map just now, it does look like Otacon will be the target for these two teams. Basement Builder starting that up. Obviously, I love how the director camera's like, what if we saw 2 people just auto-attack each other so slightly, and so now we finally get a few up to the top lane. Keep his verdict not quite going to hit the mark, but the encore does. Panay going to get the kill. He's gone low. He recalls back with the Chrono Break to secure the Otacon as well. It's a good baby cages to stop Umbra's advance. So Basement Dwellers, they are a bit battered and bruised from it, but they get the objective that they came for and they get out.
Yeah, just once again, like last game, they started to play really well as far as like kiting backwards. And just making sure that they were keeping their damage dealers and carries out of harm's way. Knack just has a little bit more presence in actually being able to this time tell a lot of people that they're not allowed to do anything depending on cage placements. JL in trouble here. No.
Yep. Completely burned down by the culling. Demon Hunter did in fact ghosted, which actually will help him get out there from that little run-in he had. Able to secure JL, pretty big kill. No ADC for the side of Basement Dwellers, and this is Soul Point. The Forge God will be called down, but not quite going to find the second cast of it. Umbra's gone very low, but not quite dead just yet. But Emperor Emo's bursted down very quickly by Knack, who picks up a second. And even though the Chimtech Soul goes the way of Glacial Tempest, Basement Dwellers will find the ace.
Wow, like I said, the peel, like they're just able to make sure that the people they need to stay alive stay alive. Can I get a phenomenal evil stack check?
It's probably really high at this point. He's landed.
I know. I just like the little guy. Just want to see what he's at.
Vagar's he's neat.
Yeah, he's a neat little guy.
Yep, and he's going to pick up another 400 gold for himself with the solo tower there, solo inhibitor tower. It doesn't look like we're going to actually get the extra AP from Knack, but whatever it is, it's certainly doing a lot.
Gotta be a high
Yeah.
number. I'm sure if we clicked on
Yeah,
the mid
yeah.
laner and looked at their passives, we'd see it. Fraud.
But something interesting.
I want to see how many
Knack
stacks Vigar has.
Yeah,
Oh
finally.
yeah, just a casual 283.
Yeah, you know. That's not a lot of AP, you know, that's...
Not with Rabadons.
Nope, not at all. Nope. That's, it's just a very pedestrian amount. Certainly has no influence on how things are going for the basement dwellers. All things considered. So,
Here we go.
once again, we've got two top laners thinking it's a 1v1, but it's never a 1v1. Control Alt Elite, going to summon the Oran Horn. Would assume that missed the mark because of the spectator moving its way back down into the river. With Baron spawning up, we'll have a few more moments around, but there does need to be a response into the bot lane. Umbra has hit his 10 death power spike in that previous fight, so we'll maybe try to find and weigh in on Knack. Already used the wind wall. Does have a few fancy feet. Back up Umbra once again. Getting
I was curious
okay.
on how much that was gonna do.
It would have probably killed if it wasn't for
Passive.
the extra passive shield that you get from the Immortal Shield Bow. The Lifeline passive is the word I was looking for. So yeah, that was an over half health Yasuo who, without a lifeline, would have died from Knack. But he will find the Q. The exhaust is too much. Summoner's Spellbook coming out big, but will it be enough? Actually, okay, wait, the 10 death power spike might be real for Umbra. Picks up the solo kills, shut down onto this really fed Knack. But before he gets to that, Pinay just going to ult away and get out. JL, though, gotten very low. That Potato Girl may have gone a little bit too greedy, trying to find an isolated ADC. Bullet time over the top, only going to tickle Emperor Emu. As, I mean, thanks for moving the... I mean, I really love how the spectator cam just moved us away from the fight. We just lost the double kill that Zakutara just got onto JL because director cam decided we wanted to look at a top lane tower getting auto attacked. Umbra will eventually commit a lot to get the bot lane inhibitor. True.
Games, Isaac.
This is true. You know what? You're absolutely right. You're right. Well, who am I to criticize?
If you wanted to watch like League EDM, I don't know what game you actually have to watch for that. Because I mean, you know, there's not really a game for that.
I'm trying to remember. What was that game that lasted for like, that was like kind of the flavor of the month for 2 weeks, like 4 years ago? That was like a MOBA, but like only team fighting. It was like a 3v3.
Battle Right?
Battle Right, yes. Oh my
Battle
goodness,
Right, my man.
yes.
I was all about that croak life. But that's not here nor there.
No, yeah. You said tell me a game in which that happens, and I was like, I guess I couldn't name it. But
They were about to
either
out
way.
for a second too.
Wait, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
they really tried before they died.
well, you learn something new every day about things, and well, with Elder Drake spawning in 45 seconds, you might just have a little bit of a trade here, all things considered. Maybe. Wait, you know what? I might be colorblind because I don't know what I was thinking with Demon Hunter being shown around
Knack, we might be in trouble.
Knack,
Knack is afraid
he's got the team. He's got the team around him. You know.
Hears nothing.
And yeah, now with no blast code. Well, there's a super blast code from way back, but it's going to be tough to be able to sneak into this Drake pit, especially as it is spawning now in 15 seconds. Umbra going to have to commit a very early wind wall. So that'll be down for the fight. Potato Girl deleted. absolutely deleted by Knack Knack alone. It's the reason why Knack Knack's comfortable to just walk up, and it's a really good event horizon, and the layering of the CC as well with the encore sets things up for a triple kill to Knack Knack. With Demon Hunter pushing into the top lane, they're going to look at the Elder Drake, but instead to move forward, to pick up Basement Dwellers. Now going to have to recall. It was a very valiant effort from Glacial Tempest to be able to try to end the game through the front door with a distracted Basement Dwellers. I like the idea. It's the best they probably could have done. Umbra will be able to get a kill down onto Panay and actually maybe escape. And that one, Potato Girl and Zakutara are coming up pretty soon. So even though they give over an Elder Drake in what will probably be a Baron, it's probably the best possible outcome for Glacial Tempest, getting 2 inhibitors down.
Yeah, and let's see. Why? What? Come on now. Upgrade Echo's item.
You know, we could.
What's upgraded for Echo?
And nothing just yet. We could, you know, we could chill, wait for it, wait for Panay to respond.
We upgraded the Redemption before we upgraded the Death Cap or Lich Bane.
Dude, Redemption is OP. And before you say, actually, it only upgrades the stats on it, and the OPness from Redemption is to activate. I'm really trapped by the event horizon.
No, that wasn't even Event Horizon.
No, he didn't land the stun, but he couldn't move anywhere. And Knack Knack is just doing late game fully stacked Vigar things.
Sorry, I did that thing again where I thought Event Horizon was the ultimate, but it's actually Primordial Burst.
Yeah, you know, it happens.
But at least I remembered the name of the skill this time without having to look it up, I think.
Yeah, at least you didn't call Last Breath's Final Hour this game or anything like that, you know?
Who would have done anything like that?
No one would do anything so stupid like that, but that one, Potato Girl, is going to try to find a way in, going to try to steal the Baron away. Not quite finding the mark. Yeah, oh wait, hold on. Zakutara going to try to find a kill back in return in the mid lane. They will do so, so it is an ace to the Basement Dwellers, keeping things alive here, and did their best to buy time for Glacial Tempest. It's
that was so bad.
I don't even know what to make. I don't know how to make heads or tails of this game because Glacial Tempest have fully pushed in the base of Basement Dwellers. They've opened it up completely, but the Basement Dwellers still have both Baron and Elder Drake.
Hey,
I just.
No. There's still not an upgraded item on the jungler.
You know.
Give me this man on the phone. Like,
Panay's
I need
that good
right now.
Panay's that good. He doesn't need upgraded item.
He could be that much better right now with an upgraded death cap. That's empirically just more and more stats.
Yeah, but style points. So
I guess.
I don't know. I don't know.
I suppose. I don't know.
Yeah, either way,
It sended me. That's all I can say.
Yeah, it's honestly, this game itself has just been so out there because I mean, Basement Dwellers, they're up about 7k gold. They've had Baron and Elder Drake.
65,000. Does gold matter anymore?
A little bit.
I mean,
but
ooh.
The point is that they've had this lead for a while, and despite all that, the Basement Dwellers have done really good to just push in these lanes to be able to open up the base of Basement Dwellers. And so despite how well the Basement Dwellers have played, they've really been unable to close things out. And on vibes alone, it's odd, you know. It's just really odd.
It is definitely a wacky fiesta of a game. Ooh, Knack Knack barely going there. as we have an ult coming out from Lucian.
Yep. The only not really going to do all that much. A little bit of a waste there, for being completely honest.
It'll be back.
Again. It'll be back, and it's the first moment in which we had a chance to breathe, because there's not much on the map, and despite this, these teams are kind of poking and prodding for a little way in. Demon Hunter in side lane once again. Open inhibitors. Doesn't need to really worry about being stopped here. Control Alt Elite doesn't do all that much damage just yet. Slowly going to whittle him down. Demon Hunter.
I don't know if there's a just yet. I don't know if it happens at all.
Wait,
oh
hold
my
on. That one,
goodness,
Potato
Yushi.
Girl deletes Yushi. With the amount of damage that this Diana has, it won't quite matter though, as Knack does more back.
Oh no,
into
you don't
Potato
want to be there.
Girl. Yeah, Zakutara it's dangerously close to Knack. Luckily, no ult available after that previous
was a
kill.
Q away of murdering that man.
Yeah, Lucian getting in trouble. Emperor even going to flash forward, going to get the last whisper for Umbra, getting the kill onto Jael, but importantly, Knack is still alive. Knack does quite a bit of damage, but with the kills down. Knack! No, Knack! What have you done? What have you done? It's, oh no! Knack! He walks back forward and he dies. If there was one way that basement dwellers were able to stop this Elder Drake going to the hands of Glacial Tempest, it was going to be off the performance of Knack. That's going to be a huge death timer this late on, and with Elder Drake and an open base, they're going to opt to recall just for now. They're not going to push their luck any further, but you gotta feel that that's going to be the step that Glacial Tempest takes to finally win the game.
This game is confusing.
Yeah. Yes.
That's what I'll say about this game.
Like, I mean, hey, look, man, if there was any other game that we could finish out playoffs with, I don't know if we should be watching it, because this is the game.
This is peak League of Legends.
Peak League of Legends. Honestly. These are players just giving it their all, man. They're just trying to make it work.
Glacial Tempest are hopefully going to try to make it work within the next 3 minutes when they have access to Elder Drake, the Elder buff. But in fairness, they really aren't pushing the envelope all that much. They're being a little bit lackadaisical with it. Honestly, I don't know. I feel like this was the moment for Glacial Tempest. Baron spawning up now, and so even though there's not much the basement dwellers can really do to contest this, playing it safe, but the amount of time it takes to wait for the Baron to spawn and to get back on the map, they might lose Elder Drake by the time they're really able to use the Baron. It's a choice. It's certainly a choice. I don't know if I'm really feeling it though.
I mean, we'll just have to see if they actually get a fight out with the Dragon Soul. If not, we could see one of the only Blue Otter League games that I would be bold enough to say has had a third Elder Drake in it.
Probably up there. It is still technically available to the side of Glacial Tempest.
Knack is back.
He is, and he's been a pain in the side of Glacial Tempest, but they take Jael very low. Buying time for Demon Hunter to push in the bot lane, and now all the inhibitors are gone once again. Can Glacial Tempest finally close things out here? You gotta feel that. Certainly.
This has gotta be it, right?
Guys, right now, please. Please.
Oh, the cage almost catching.
Yeah, almost catching Zakutara. Not quite though. Let's wait for a few more moments for that to come back up for Knack. Going to get the flash away from Zakutara. Demon Hunter disconnecting at. Oh my God, we have a pause. I just dude. Oh my! Oh, right. Um.
Prod, keep it together, Prod.
Oh my goodness! I just.
Prod, keep it together. Hold.
I don't think there's really
Obviously,
anything.
guys.
I really just don't. I don't think there's really anything we can do but laugh at the situation that has been the game 3 of this series because what in the world, man? Like,
It's been a good game 3 series.
yeah, which we'll have concluding at some point. I can't even say soon though because like Knack does so much damage and. Even though Glacial Tempest have been getting the objectives and been able to use the map pressure to threaten the end onto basement dwellers, they can't break them down. At least they haven't been able to, and I mean if things keep up this way, it's just strictly by how long things go on, maybe at some point basement dwellers eventually mounts a comeback. It doesn't even seem impossible, which is the craziest thing without having any inhibitors in your own base. But like, you know what I mean, right? Like, am I just insane for saying that, or?
No, I mean, I mean.
I might
yes,
be insane,
but not because of that. Yeah, I mean, like, I agree. Like, you are insane, but not because of that claim.
Oh, okay. I'm just generally insane, which is fair.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right.
Oh man, that's yeah, I just that one's for you, Ozzy. Shout out as we wait for the Demon Hunter to eventually return to us.
Whose job did I steal this week?
We don't actually have a permanent color caster.
Oh.
Here in Blue Water Diamond, so
no. Yeah, so basically I stole my spot anyways. I'm so sorry to everyone involved.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's great having you here anyway. Like, cause honestly, you talk. I know you've been putting yourself down and like saying you're casting, but honestly, for a game like this, I think it's probably it works just for how nonsensical this game 3 has been. So we had a moment where Demon Hunter looked like it was back. Not quite. It's disconnected once again. So continue on. I feel like we might just. I don't want to call it to a break just yet without getting confirmation for that, because even then Loki's been having a bit of trouble there, going through a storm locally. So been kind of cutting in and out for us. Can't exactly go through this, so he sits like Estragon and Vladimir, as they were waiting around for some point for Godot to arrive. In this case, Godot's named Demon Hunter 135X, and yeah.
Godot, come back.
Yeah, okay, so I think with how long this is taking, we finally got Loki back. We are going to send it to a break. And we'll see you on the other side of that. Looking to bring you to the end of this series, so don't go anywhere. right? So it turns out the only thing we needed was to send it to break for Demon Hunter's router to start working in, and we're back for what could very likely be a few short moments as Glacial Tempest have broken open the base of Basement Dwellers. All 3 inhibitors are gone, but we've seen this situation before once already here, and well, last time Glacial Tempest were unable to close things out, so we'll see if they have better luck this time at doing so. The waves pushing in. It's going to be very difficult. Colin going to be dropped by Zakutar, but not really going to do all that much damage. The response is the call of the Forge God, and the wind wall does stop the Encore. That could have potentially been huge. It's a good wind wall to stop things around, but the Keeper's Verdict sends a few members away, but it won't be enough to save Emperor Emu, and so it's a double kill for Panay without getting any kills for Glacial Tempest, and we're still going, Feedonomics. Oh my goodness, we're still going.
I mean, this is the game that never ends. It just goes on and on.
My friends. Oh
Some
my
players
gosh.
started playing it not knowing what it was, and they'll continue playing it forever just because. Maybe if we lie to them like they lied to us and say if we say this is game 2, they'll end and then we'll go to bed.
Oh, true. But hey, I'm Control Alt Elite. I know you can hear us, and there's definitely not a 3-minute delay on cast. Can we get to game 3 real fast? Because this game 2 has been going on a little bit longer, a bit long. It's 41 minutes to be specific.
Can I get a phenomenal evil stack watch? Can I get a knack stack attack? Can we click on that bodyguard prod?
Max. We'll eventually get that.
422. We missed the funny number.
We missed the funny number by 2, unfortunately.
I tried, chat. I'm sorry.
But all the while we've got the next Elder Drake spawning in 30 seconds, and one of the inhibitors has respawned for Basement Dwellers, so it's no longer double super minions. And while this Elder Drake almost certainly goes the way of Glacial Tempest, we've been here before. And what we might not have been is we found a caught out Panay. Bolt time over the top will try to get Potato Girl, but the Zanyas will be enough to keep the Diana alive, but it might not be for Umbra. He finally uses the final whisper, the final breath along the title, but the damage from Panay is just too much, man. The damage from Panay on the other side of the map, but all the while, wait, it might just be over. Demon Hunters on the Nexus, on a wing away. Can he get the damage necessary? He's turned on to Knack, gets that kill, and so that will almost certainly ensure Glacial Tempest finally, after 43 minutes, wins the series, ends their season on a high note at the very least. It took them a while to get there. What did we just watch? What did we just watch, Vietnamics? What
was that?
I mean, I guess if the game was going to end, that's the way to do it. Like, considering how the whole game went, we might as well just end it in the...
I mean, we're not playing, playing in playoffs, right? We may as well win our Super Bowl right here.
It's one of those...
Here's our game finals.
Yeah, it's one of those college football bowls that they've added 50 millions of that...
Welcome to the Blue Water League Fresco Frito-Lay chip mix bowl.
Yeah, where we've got a peak League of Legends going down, in which, after a long and arduous battle, Glacial Tempest finally take it. It took them 3 Elder Drakes, but we are here and finally did it. So congratulations to them, concluding what is our second. We counted this as the second series of the night. We'll say it was our second series of the night.
We ran 2 series
it was,
tonight,
so,
because we're really good at our jobs.
Yeah, we're just that great. So within the same time slot as well. But yeah, that'll be it from us. It'll be a great way to conclude the regular season of Blue Otter Diamond League. We'll see you soon for playoffs. But for tonight, that'll be it. We'll see ya.